welcome back to another Linux Gamecast Weekly, the show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, knock off Rickenbacker bases. And also, whatever the hell else we come up with. I've been this Jordan together with you, Shadrealm Dynamic, helping us form Cocaine Voltron, two canes of basic justice.
He got pulled up to the mothership. George Clinton is getting in the cockpit, and
I got to see George Clinton live.
Lucky.
That was pretty cool. Except for like his opening act, I think it was his daughter. I tried, man. I tried.
His daughter, whose name is not Chelsea. That was like my first. That
Chelsea.
was like my first. Yeah, Chelsea Clinton. You know.
No, dude. No, like I went and like hung out for a minute. I'm like, yeah, not my jam. Went and like did something else, and we came back for like the George Clinton show, and like it was the George Clinton show. It was good, fun times. Plenty to talk about tonight. Calendars. Steam's playing around with them, but they're kind of neat. They're kind of exciting. We got a new version of SuperTuxKart. They've even done a little bit of work on the ball kicking mode updates.
Why do they call it Cockknocker?
Cockknocker. I'll tell you about it.
It's a funny story.
A utility to detect and manipulate coil whine in your GPUs. And man, it's not VR. VR's old hat. We got to talk about XR and what Samsung is going to try to shove on your face. Because, yeah, that's...
Hopefully it's not triple XR.
Non-ironically, probably going to be the future, like 20 years from now. But baby steps, man. But first, what have you been up to? What have you been playing with? I am needing to go check my mail way more often. I had like 3 packages sitting around waiting on me. And I'm like, oh, all right. One of them, very interesting, was this piece of silicon, the Orange Pi 6 Plus, which is not your regular ordinary ARM SBC, because under that ginormous heatsink over there, it's a little bit bigger than the Orange Pi 5 Plus, which is just a little bit bigger than a Raspberry Pi, is the same CIX Orion 12-core monster ARM chip that's in the Orion 06 in that little package. But Jordan, that's not even what got me excited.
Does it breathe fire?
No. It's. I'm more excited about an accessory that came with it that weighs as much as the entire board, and that board is dense, people. You flip that thing around on back, it's not got one NVMe slot. It's got 3 NVMe slots in it. Gen 4 PCI by 4. Like that thing's got lanes for days. What got me excited, everyone, is the power adapter it came with. This is your standard GAN charger, but it's also 100 watts.
It actually came with a charger? That's amazing.
This thing weighs as much as the board. Just one USB-C port, it'll output 100 watts at like 60 whatever amps. Not 60 amps, but you know what I mean. I've been thinking about buying one of these. Things are like wicked expensive. So hopefully...
Yeah, well... Most stuff doesn't even come with like a fucking wall plug these days. You got to get it separately. I remember when I got the NanoPi R6S, that doesn't come with a charger. You got to bring your own.
Yeah, dude. This one kind of had to, because the amount of power that thing pulls. Mm-hmm. Like, if you tried to plug in like a 45 watt, my typical one I use all the time is my CanaKit one that's 45 watt PD charger, and like it works for just about everything. It wouldn't work for that, dude. That thing can suck down some. It's the 06 ARM SoC, which that thing can pull down a lot of power. But eventually, excited to play around with that.
Did the Orion needed like an ATX power supply, right? Or
it can use an ATX. It recommended to use an ATX power supply. Yeah. Especially if you had a card plugged into the PCI Express slot.
Right.
So yeah, I think this one's got a barrel plug on the back of it too. I just opened the box, took a picture of it, and I'm like, I'll get to you when I get to you. Did a live stream of the Panda IOTA the other day. When was that? Like Thursday, I think. No, it might have been Friday. I don't know. It was one of those days this week. Got to play with that. A couple of people showed up over on the Int Linux Twitch channel. The kind of an interesting board. It's like a Raspberry Pi size thing, but it's a Intel N150. And instead of an ARM chip and a bunch of accessories. So had a good time on that. What's going on with you, man? Like mine's just been like trying to play catch up with all these boards, dude. You got a cool base that you showed off.
I did, yeah. I'm not gonna pull it out again because I don't want to get up. I'm lazy. Yeah, I bought that at auction last week, and the reason it was on auction was because there's some pieces missing. easy enough to source. I was able to track down the bridge that this particular base is using, but like it's that thing where like, can't you just buy the one piece? No, you got to buy the entire fucking kit. So I'm gonna have an extra bridge with like 2 extra saddles.
Have you checked like on eBay?
Yes, and on eBay it's the same thing that I ordered off Amazon. Which
how much is the entire kit going to be?
That was like 50. Oh, see, okay, well that depends, right? Because I like, you know, you do the Amazon look, I'm like $80, and then you go on Temu and you find the exact same thing, and it's like $50, and then you like take the terms from Temu, you punch them in Amazon, and then you find the reseller that's selling it closer to what it actually is, and then you go with that.
You go with the investigation till you finally get down like who was the original supplier of this.
Yeah. So the Chinese one I'm getting is called the Predolo. I saw Predolo and I'm just my brain immediately goes
right.
Ugly motherfucker. Yeah, I watched the Weird Al biopic as well. That was highly informative. I did not know a lot about Weird Al's history and his original compositions, and this movie does a good job of going through all of them. R.I.P. Weird Al.
Yeah, man. Shame about him, dude. Also, I'll give you a little shout out, Basil, because yes, that is nice. That is quite nice. 69 month resub over there on Twitch. Yeah.
It's the sex number, baby.
Oh, man. But it's a shame about the horse's parents, dude.
Did they go down crime alley and get assassinated?
Yeah, just like Superman's.
Just like Superman. It's the Steam. No, you gotta stand there while I get sucked up by this hurricane. Don't use your superpowers to save me. You have to watch me die for reasons.
Oh, right. Oh, and like, let's put that in all the reboots too. Like, what was that? That was the Henry Cavill one, wasn't it?
That was Man of Steel, yeah.
Yeah, he's just going to say, there's like, no, Clark, don't save me, because people will be like, you saved your dad.
Yes, Kevin Costner, die, Kevin Costner. Let's get fucking into it. Yeah, calendars. The Steam experiments, there have been kind of hit or miss. They'll try some stuff to improve discoverability on the Steam store, and I think finally they've thrown enough shit at the wall that has stuck. PC Gamer brought this up, and I went and checked it out in the Steam client because they have released it. But the latest experiment is a release calendar that is based on your recommendations. So it will show you, like, you know, the days of the week and the games that have come out in the past few weeks and in the upcoming weeks. And I looked at this and I'm like, wow, I don't hate this. I quite like this quite a bit. As someone who has like delegated vast majorities of my brain power of like remembering events to Google Calendar, I see a calendar with like, oh, that's when this is coming out. I learned that Death by Scrolling is coming out on my birthday. Thanks, Ron. Yeah, I think like the only real issue I have with this is if you go to the page, there's like a little carousel of like, here are all the games that came out in the last month. Here are all the games that came out in the last week. I really wish the calendar was more front and center, because you can, because I don't know. I saw the calendar, I saw some games, and I'm like, oh, this is coming out. Maybe I should clear my schedule, or I don't know. This seems like a really good way to like address discoverability and also like keep people informed as to when games are coming out. I like it.
I thought it was pretty neat, man. Played around with it, personalized list of your top 100 games that got released recently, and I'm like, all right, pretty cool. But sorted by month, day, upcoming, you got to go find it. But like, I think it's not going to be an issue to find it later on, because this is right now a Steam Labs experiment. If you don't know about Steam Labs, it's something you got to go opt into. I suggest doing it because nothing is going to like break your experience, and you can always roll back out of it. But you know, like an option to show or hide your wish listed games, I think that is going to be handy for a lot of people. But it's not something I use, because like that's what I use my wish list for, right? Like this is how I get getting spam when things come on sale. Notifications of like when the thing, because I know I'll forget about the game, and I'll be like, just put it on the wish list, and like when it comes out or it gets updated or something like that, they'll be like, hey, buy the thing in your wish list, and I'll remember to go check it out. But you know, this is going to be another option for that. I logged into Steam, looked at it, and I had not one but two recommendations for tractor DLC for Euro Truck Simulator. So it's got me locked down, man. It's got me pegged. I'm a tractor trucking enthucist. I got a bunch of hentai games, and I don't play hentai games on Steam. So I couldn't handle it anymore, man. I disabled the horny filter, and just be like, maybe I'm missing stuff that got caught up in it, and I just couldn't take it anymore, man. I had to put on just no nudity.
It's just all hentai games. I don't know. It was shocking at first, and now it's just like, okay, whatever.
Well, I don't have a problem with the hentai games. I don't have a problem with they're all lazy. They're all shovelware.
Yes.
Low effort.
That's a lot of smut in general.
We need AAA, Jordan. We really need Bethesda to take a crack at this market.
Oh my god. Man. Pirates 3, Curse of the Raven's Cry. But like the vivid pirates.
Vivid, yes.
Yes. Yeah, Curse of the Raven's Cry, the movie, but done with like Evan Stone and go. Yeah.
And it's a FMV game.
Yes.
Mixed in with first-person shooting elements.
Oh my god! Yeah. Oh, actually, shit. LucasArts. Here's a fucking free idea: FMV remake of Monkey Island, but all porno actors.
You really wouldn't be able to tell that. Like you go back and look at like the '90s like FMV games. They couldn't afford to hire anybody, dude. They're like, "Hey, Jeff, come here. Yeah, read these lines." Like they're all just like they're charming now. They were bad back then, though.
Oh, dude. Yeah, speaking of charming old effects, the wife and I we've been periodically watching old Doctor Who. We just could not deal with William Hartnell. He's just like the first Doctor. It's like fucking terrible. The episodes are just people screaming at each other for like 30 minutes at a time. Right. So we skipped ahead of it, and we're going through the Tom Baker Doctor Who, Scarfman, and like almost immediately I'm like, okay, no, I get why people like this guy. He's like.
Tom Baker's like somebody you'd want to hang out with. You're like, I bet he's fun.
Yeah, and it took me a while because like this is the first time I felt that it was feeling like really doctory. I'm like, oh, that's because everyone else is doing an impression of this guy. That's what I'm cluing in on.
Want a jelly baby?
Yeah, but the thing that I just love is just like the goofy fucking special effects. I don't know, man. I see like the fucking toy tank in forced perspective with like the guy in the shitty robot costume, and I'm like, I love it.
But you also got like for the time, like really good effects. All right, really, yeah. You know what? Really good effects considering the BBC. You got K9.
Yeah. You like considering they had like $50 to work with.
Right. Like sure.
And it low key kind of makes me want to make like low budget cheesy sci-fi. Honestly, where I like slap a bunch of toys together and use forced perspective and like chroma key to do shit.
There's a market for it, man. Like creativity like that. I strongly suggest like do it. Yeah. Knock it out of the park. Unlike
Windows on the deck.
Oh, dude. Somebody finally did it. We brought it up. We talked about it. The ROG Xbox Ally, the handheld.
Not actually an Xbox.
Nope. Says Xbox on it. Says play your Xbox games, but asterisk. I don't even know if there's an asterisk.
Well, no, it's the X. It's the
Xtrix. Yeah. There we go. Well, somebody decided to put Xtrix. They decided to put SteamOS on the critter, and the new test shows it's just a little bit faster, up to 32% faster than Windows 11. And man, one of the big joys I've had with this coming out, there's been a couple, and I'm not doing victory laps. This is legitimate. I've heard different gaming outlets, game podcasters, game reporters, people who stream games. They're talking about SteamOS and Proton, like bringing that up in a conversation about like, just they never talk about anything Linux related or whatever. They were like, oh yeah, well, that depends on like what version of Proton I could get on this, or like they could swap it. And I'm like, you guys even know what a Proton is now? That is amazing to me. But two different gaming shows did that this week, just on this topic. And I'm like, it just makes me smile. Smile.
We won. Like,
yeah. The normies are talking about it, and I say it in a very loving way. Like, just okay. So, people who don't know what a Linux is, playing with it makes me happy. Experimenting, but you're wondering how bad is Windows 11 on mobile? Well, it's getting outpaced by another OS, emulating that OS, running through a compatibility layer. And Tom's Hardware kind of broke it down for us, at least what was being tested. Oh, it's not pretty. Average FPS gain, Linux versus Windows breaks down to about 13%, which when you're dealing with numbers that can be as dodgy on some, playing your modern 3D titles, that can be the difference between unplayable and like, what, I can deal with this for the two games that were tested. But that story.
It seems. Okay. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying we can extrapolate from this, man. And this has been tested at 17 watt, 13 watt, 35 watt.
The sweet spot seems to be the 17 watt though. Like the performance games that you see at 35 watts are like a lot more minimal than at 17 watts. So I guess that which again bodes well for the Steam Deck in terms of battery life, because you know you're operating at a lower wattage. You get more
Kingdom
more
Come
life.
Deliverance too, 17 watts. Windows, Xbox, FSC. This is their special enhanced gaming version of Windows that they made especially for this.
Yeah, and this isn't even like regular SteamOS 2. This is Bazite.
Yeah,
so
right.
Like.
Going from 47 to 62. Dude, like, you kidding me? Yeah, better battery power. This is weird, Jordan.
It turns out that like the power governor on Windows sucks. I don't know what's really like.
It turns out, okay, I got to use Windows 11 this week.
I'm sorry.
I got to boot it, and it was comical because the system I was running it on had a very thin buzzsaw fan on it, where it had to spin a 5,000 RPM fan very fast just to keep everything nice and cool. And just the amount of time from the first boot until it stopped was like 3 minutes of that fan going. I'm like, what are you doing? There's no indication. There's all type of just nonsense running in the background of Windows 11. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, when I tried to shut it down after being on for like 5 minutes, it stopped and said, can't shut down right now. I'm updating.
Of course. But it will force update whenever it damn well pleases, but you want to shut your computer down. Won't allow it. Yeah, but I guess the main thing is this is shocking absolutely no one. People have been shoving SteamOS on their on like the Neos and stuff, and they're finding like better performance as well.
I am curious as like how like SteamOS official is going to run on it. That was going to be my next point, was that we do see official support in SteamOS for this. Like they released I think it was last week they had a fix for some controller stuff for the ROG Ally X. So like it is considered a first class citizen. I am surprised they went with Bazite. I guess like Bazite is what people have been like the pre SteamOS GA people kind of just default to that. But yeah. No, I mean, like, that's cool. I mean, I still would like to like have apples and, Xbox wrenches comparison on it. But then again, you got to deal with the type of person who's going to drop $1,000 on one of these to test that out. So any testing I'm always here for. And speaking of that price, dude, another thing I want to give a mention. Microsoft had to distance itself from that $1,000 price tag this week, dude.
We didn't set it.
Yeah, man.
We set it on the other stuff, not this stuff, though.
They're like, we didn't have anything to do with that price, dude. That was all Asus be dumb as hell. Yeah, they had to come out. All this will be linked up in the show notes. But yeah, I thought this was just a funny, not in a good way, but I can't imagine they've sold many of these.
Yeah, every time I see a ROG Ally on the auction site, I'm like, maybe I'll buy it. And then I see it goes over like $500. I'm like, who wants to pay $500 for a used one of these things? My lord.
Yeah, everything. Valve has brand recognition. SteamOS, Steam Decks have brand recognition. You have Steam Decks, that's your portable PC thing. Then you have that's a Windows.
They have brand recognition and a reputation for actually fucking working, I think is the other thing.
Well, it does go to show, to Valve's credit, like the work and energy and efforts that they've spent the last, half decade plus of getting SteamOS, of like, versus the Microsoft approach of like, just install Windows on it, it'll be all right.
Yeah, they'll lap it up, throw an Xbox sticker on it. They love it. Yeah.
Like, okay. Do you got like an over? Like, yeah, it's the gaming edition. However, something I want to keep bringing up. Do you? Because we were talking about like, will we ever get Windows on ARM or anything like that, right?
I mean, we have Windows on. Well, we get good Windows on.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, do you think Microsoft could ever pull off an initiative inside of Microsoft to release Xbox OS? They're like, fuck it, we're out of the hardware business. We're going to make the official Xbox console running Xbox OS, but you can go download it and put it on whatever you want because we Xbox everywhere, man. Yes. Do you think they would have? You think they would do that?
No, I think what they would do is they're just gonna like turn it into like an app, just like a cloud service, or I don't know. Given how they're torching Game Pass, maybe not. That was always my theory, but then I don't know, because like apparently Game Pass is profitable, just not like exponentially profitable. That's the problem.
I was reading a little bit of background. Something came out this week that like the higher ups at Microsoft like showed up to the gaming division. You're like, we demand a 30% profit now.
Yeah, this is just like, but why? Like,
all right, but I don't know, man. I don't know. We got Halo on the PlayStation.
Yeah, that's coming because, but again, they brought up the point that like they're not competing with PlayStation. They're competing with Netflix. They're competing with TikTok. They're competing with
Microsoft. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Where's Halo on Netflix? Wait, you probably isn't it?
No, that was on like HBO Max, wasn't it?
Was it
the Halo show where he fucks Cortana?
Dude, I didn't even know a lot about Halo, and I couldn't watch that, dude. Like that was.
I didn't watch any of it. I just heard he fucks Cortana. Like,
well, I just assumed that would happen. I mean, you extrapolate long enough, Master Chief is gonna.
I mean, that's just the porn that I read. Like, I don't know, man. I wasn't expecting them to actually do it in the show.
SuperTuxKart.
SuperTuxKart, yeah.
You brought up a good point about why we got like I guess maybe an obvious point. I just never thought about it. Like, why? How come all the kart games start with K? And I'm like, well, dumbass. Because like go-kart starts with a K.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, all right,
yeah,
sure.
I don't think I've ever seen a go-kart place where it's like go-kart with a C.
Be like, this isn't a real go-kart place. Look at this.
Like,
we've been
because like I think like shopping cart or mine cart, but I guess mine cart is closer to go-kart. I don't fucking know. This is StuxKart, not Stuxnet. They have version 1.5 out. This is the last one that they're doing on this version before moving on to SuperTuxKart Evolution, which is hopefully going to be a better love story than Dragon Ball Evolution. But they have a bunch of improvements on their visual modes. They've made some improvements on story. On what was it? I
am going to start including this benchmark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they've updated their benchmark to accommodate for all of the various new visual.
Oh, there's
effects.
a puck.
Yes, they added like a ball and a puck. There's no like Rocket League aerials
physics,
with it, which is what I think we all want out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is mostly just quality of life stuff. The next version, SuperTuxKart Evolution, they're going to be working on what was it? A new renderer. They're working on the story mode. I don't know. Like, do we think collectively that like SuperTuxKart needs a story mode? I do hope that whatever they do is like super hardcore Yu-Gi-Oh style, where like every problem can be solved by a go-kart race, and like to the point where like we have to stop this nuclear missile from detonating. Get to first place.
Possibly, but I'm like, they've had an attempt at a story mode for like 7 years now. So yeah, it's like, and if you're wondering, yeah, you've played it. You started the game. You're like, what the fuck are these bubbles about? I just want to like race. So all right, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
16x AA is like is the new feature. I ran the benchmark, and it's able with the Vulkan render on OpenGL it eats shit. With the Vulkan render, I'm able to hit 60 at UHD with everything turned up, and it looks like a PlayStation 2 game.
Well, I mean, that's part of the charm.
Yes,
we're at the point now where, you know, if you just hold, it'll become retro.
Yeah,
it gets the job done. I'm happy to see it. I got excited when I first saw this with you know, the fixes to the soccer mode, because like that is just waiting. There's so many people that would jump on an open source
Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League-ish type game that you could host your own servers and stuff like that. Like, I think there's a untapped demand for that. But like, what was it? They didn't do anything to really update the physics. So I was a little bummed about that, but I'm patient.
Yeah, you still do the gliding on the ice racing. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to play around with it. They do got a $5 early access. So if you want to take a look at some upcoming tracks, I think that's a pretty cool way of doing that. And 3 new egg hunts. For those of you that know what egg hunt mode is, I'm not one of you.
I think you just drive through the map and you like try to find the eggs.
All right. Well, not much to that. New frame limiter.
Yeah.
I guess could be a real thing if you're just running it in just standard mode at like 1080p, it's going to run at like what, 700 FPS or something like that.
Yeah, like I said, SDK Evolution is like kind of the next big thing that they're working on. That's going to have like the big UI overhaul. They're working on like gameplay improvements and stuff, but that's going to be like the next major version. I think that would be like, I think they'd probably end up being like a 2.0.
Yeah, I mean they added multiplayer to it, and that was really my only ever complaint.
Yeah, online multiplayer.
Yeah, once they added that, I'm like, we're good. I'm just, everything else is just bonus Cheerios, man. I'm like, I'm here for it. And this is available for Windows, Linux, Mac, and Android. So that's dope to see.
Switch Homebrew too, if you're into that.
Switch Homebrew? Oh yeah, I guess you could put this on a Switch. Well, you know what? With all the games that came out on the Switch, well, was the Switch as bad as the Wii with like the indie shovelware type stuff? Or
there is a lot of shovelware on the Switch.
Okay.
Alarm clock apps are apparently the big one. That's like the big shovelware.
Was it as bad as the Wii, dude? Because like the Wii has, I could probably safely say at least 1,000 games that barely would count as a game. Like, you know.
So, yeah, it's, I don't know, because like, yeah, there was a lot of like. They saw the Wii as like this big crossover appeal console, and so they started trying to make like all sorts of random games, like the Law and Order game or like the fucking Barefoot Contessa game or whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's just keep rolling back in Nintendo history, though, man, all the way back to the N64.
Link, he come to town. He come to save the Princess Zelda.
Ship a Harkinian. New update for this. You don't know about it, man. It's pretty dope. It's so dope that they got a quote from The Verge. Yay. I don't know.
I mean, it's true. If you want to play like Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on anything modern, this is kind of your best option. Yeah.
100%. Now, proof that the official option is not always the best option. Like, this is the superior way to play these games that I know retro enthusiasts are like, no, I need a real N64 plugged into a CRT. And I'm like, cool, whatever.
You can get the N64 USB controller if you want to pay $50 for it.
You sure can, dude. The unofficial open source port of Ocarina of Time has got some new tricks and some that I thought were worth giving a mention this week. Mainly the big one being the built-in mod menu, which is just all types of levels of neat, no more like juggling stuff in different folders. Well, you still got to put it in folders, but you can pull everything up in-game from a menu and be like, I want this mod with these modifications. It's all there. They're taking care of people, taking care of the community. Love to see that. And there's also a preset manager and something cooler than all the above hidden in the notes, and which is something that's always bugged me about this game. And no, I'm not talking about I'm not talking about faster bottle emptying. I understand that might be a huge thing for some of you. No,
he's got a tiny little throat. He can't drink that fast.
Something that bugged me the first time I played Ocarina of Time on a CRT with an N64 back in the 90s was the 3D models look pretty good. Those background images, just they look dumpy on release date, dude. They were stretched, pixelated. They didn't really fit they didn't mesh well with the 3D models. And I'm thinking of like right inside of like Link's little hut, dude. Like the backgrounds. And now when you're playing the up-res versions, like people try to put some textures in there, and it's just never gelled right. It always had that like PlayStation 1, the pre-rendered level feel to it with the 3D character running around.
Yeah, Resident Evil was big on that, like pre-rendered backgrounds.
Yeah. So this new version is going to allow for 3D backgrounds and textures to be swapped in. So
they also added support for like streaming audio formats as well. So I think like they're working on like better like media streaming within like Ship of Harkinian to like replace all of the assets eventually. But like that brings up the Ship of Theseus argument of like, if you replace all the graphics from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and you replace all the gameplay, is it still Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time?
But it makes for a really good Twitch stream.
Yeah.
No, I love like randomizers, mods, and stuff like that. I think at this point, if you want that original experience, you want that thing that you can just play with all by yourself, you can do it. You can get it through emulation. You can just grab the ROM. You can do that. Having this is a couple of different ways.
Even if you're doing a vanilla playthrough, though, like there's a lot more quality of life stuff in here too.
Yeah, like even controls. It's like updating the modern control scheme. Like that's the one way I envision myself being able to play through Mario 64 is because now there's built into the recomp a regular camera control instead of that rick that 4-way tap the button that they had to do back in the way. And I got a regular behind the shoulders free cam, and I'm like, I can play that. So yeah, love to see it. And for game preservation, you know, you can still get this just regular vanilla, dial everything back to where you want it, and as long as you have the ROM files. So just make sure you go to Nintendo.com and the eShop and download a legal ROM directly from Nintendo that you pay.
ROMs.nintendo.ru. Yes.
Why Nintendo? Why? Much like GOG we were talking about last week, like even I, as much as I dislike a vast majority of your practices, would buy ROMs from you if I knew they would be on the store and I could just go get my ROMs and download them for shit like this. You know, I don't know how many Nintendo games it would be, but stuff like this.
At least 5.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you could whine more in the Tetris theme, perhaps, if we toggle you a bit.
Can you detect it?
Maybe. So we've talked about OC Base before. They recently released a Linux version. They're a benchmarking software, sort of like PC Mark, where these ones focus more on like professional benchmarking, but they released a version for the Steam Deck so that you can benchmark it in their system. And they have a new version out. This one has an interesting feature where apparently they're able to modulate coil whine to the point where they can make it play some music. And they've included two test songs in this. It was the Korobaninki, which is the Tetris theme, and then there was another
Sweat
one.
of my balls, right? That was
no, I wish. Chocolate salty balls, 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. But it was, and Spinny Cat, I think was the other one, or Rotating Cat, something like that. I ran this on my system. Ran into an interesting little bug where once you start up the window or start up the app in GNOME, it shows up in the application switcher, but on my 4K monitor, it wouldn't like actually have a window appear, and I like moved it to another display, and then it showed up. I don't know, it was weird. But I tried to enable the coil whine thing on their benchmark, and I don't know, either the 7800 XT Heck Pupper doesn't really have much of a whimper to it, or I've gone to way too many heavy metal shows, and I am very deaf because I heard nothing. They do say your results may vary. Nobody wants
to like test that out. Everybody's like, oh, I can't wait to if you get a GPU that is not like shouting at you when you try to play games, like don't think this is going to unlock that feature, dude. You don't want that feature.
Oh my god,
what?
They need to add Beverly Hills Cop. Yeah, that would work with coil whine, I think. Yeah.
Oh, dude. I'm glad this is getting to a point to where it's usable, because I remember when this first launched, you know, there was a big hullabaloo about like, hey, we're going to put this out on the Steam Deck and it's going to be a thing. You're going to be able to rock and roll with it. And I kind of jumped in, I downloaded the demo, and like all it was I'm talking about when it first released, it was just a glorified stress test. And I'm like, I don't need a GUI to run stress NG, man. I can spool that out with some VMs and hit the disk and all. Like, I know how to do all that without this. So I'm glad to see that they're actually getting some storage benchmark test, stable release stuff like this. If they can get into the, a good comprehensive cross-platform benchmarking suite is what I'm in the market for, because Geekbench only covers so much, man. Like, I would like something that hits the GPU disk and like
how much of a market are you in for it though? Because they got that they have their little nag model of, if you want to run a benchmark, you got to wait 10 seconds after you click the button. I don't know. I think WinRAR and Sublime have a better nag model where they're just like, hey, go buy the fucking software, you idiot, and you can close the window and get on with your life.
They have to. I remember like that was even in the version that I tried way back when. But what if they sweeten the deal? We're like, we'll send you a copy of this on floppies if you buy it.
Only if you don't copy that floppy?
Yeah. They'll send you a box of like 120.
See, like, I would just use them for coasters, honestly.
I would too. It'd be a collector's item, dude. Yeah.
I'd have them in my den, serve drinks on them. It's like, no, don't put it on the fucking table. Put it on the floppy disk, you Philistine.
How much is this for the? Have they
No, this is a it's like a per seat licensing. Call us, negotiate with us.
Right. Didn't they have like a pro version that like on Steam, right?
Maybe. Yeah, everything on their website is pricing on request.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at on the website.
Personal editions, free for 50 euros a month or €7 a month.
Personal edition. Okay, here we go. Yeah, here we go.
And it's a subscription, I think.
$4.50 a month. 7 supporter plus. Personal matters. Yeah, I'll go ahead and let's see what the actual monthly prices are. $45 a year. See, this is what might make sense for like a small business, like a little shit like I got going on for interfacing Linux, but like I'm not touching any of this, dude. Like I'm never going to be using this in a video for like actual stuff because like,
well, and this is also like I have a fucking array of like 90 computers and I need to make sure that they're all fucking working. This is what this kind of thing is for, right? Like,
if I got an array of 90, no offense, I'm not using this shit.
I don't know if then
yeah, like
they need to reevaluate their business.
I'm just throwing some hints out there, man. Like maybe take a look at the pricing on that. So last and definitely least for this evening, I had to look at Apple Vision Pro came out. I guess it's been about a year since it came out, and I don't think
has it been a year.
I think it's been about a year. It came out at the beginning of the year, didn't it?
It feels like it's been longer, but I don't know.
Time doesn't work anymore.
No, it doesn't. I thought it was like 2 years, but it could have been.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Then again, like this is nothing. You're like, oh, is it? Can you play?
It launched with a resounding mess. So I think, like,
yeah, people are like, that's really expensive.
Anyways,
Samsung decided to take a crack at it because Google's like, yo, we can do mixed reality too, and well, they've tried. They're like, we're gonna give it a shot. They got their Galazy XR. And, to keep up with the iDevices, it's certainly not cheap. No, but it looks the part. You're going to look equally as goofy. And I wanted to give it a quick mention on our new AR augmented, just nonsense, man. Really, it is kind of cheap when you compare it to the Apple device. It's, let's see, what do we got?
I mean, so is a new kidney, honestly, but like
a lot of stuff is. I just love these blank spots. I'm guessing like some big advert's supposed to be there. There's a gentleman wearing it.
Auto-playing video, yeah.
Possibly. I pulled this, what is this, Android Central, because if we come down, we can see controllers. Which are not included. For your $1,700, your $1,800 you buy, you don't get the controllers. But fortunately, they're only $250 for the controllers.
I'm a little sad, because I know those are like the front-facing cameras.
Yeah.
But they should be googly eyes.
Yes. Or at least, yes. Just yes.
Googly eyes, yeah.
Googly eyes. There they are. 2 button, 3, 4 button. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they look cheap as hell.
Oh, yeah, no, these look like the fucking PlayStation controller your cousin gave you when you went over to his house. Yeah.
Like, they don't look like quality stuff, man, but I don't know. Why am I keeping an eye on this stuff? Well, this is using the Snapdragon XR2 Plus Generation 2 SoC. And despite looking goofy as hell, we're going to see some level of this technology if Valve ever decides to move forward with the Deckard or whatever they want to call it, their ARM-based standalone VR XR AR.
The Steam frame curd.
Yeah.
Dame curd. The Steam Dame Edna. There we go.
And it's got plenty of resolution. I mean, it's 3552 by 3840, 90 hertz, and 2 hours of go time on your little backpack battery that you get to carry around. They need to make it like a big, chunky backpack so you can get all day usage out of it and lug around, I don't know, a couple of kilos.
In my brain, I want like the beer can holder where you can just like stick 2 giant like batteries.
Yeah. But this is such a silly demo because I'm looking at this and this is like a relatively large room. A person has this on to see the TV and stuff. Like if I got a relatively large room like this, I just got the TV in there, right? Yeah, exactly. Like, why would I want to fuck up that experience? I wouldn't.
Scott had a good use case where like, if you're lying in bed and you got like a partner nearby and you want to like watch a movie or like do some shit like this is a good thing, but like I don't know, for just like general media consumption. I don't know.
I mean, let's be honest. Yeah, we all want to pop that on and do that for about, I don't know, what, like 6 minutes?
Oh my God. Like, you know that you ever get like the fucking digital claustrophobia when you got too many fucking windows open and you're trying to find something? Could you imagine that, but like in meat space?
360 all the way around you, dude.
Yeah, you're just like, you're trying to find your house keys or something, and it's just like, God damn it, these fucking browsers are in the way. God.
Can you just imagine like in this workspace where you're comfortable enough where you're just like reaching behind you, like looking, you're like, no, it's not that one. Is it?
Yeah.
All right, let's turn. Because that's what it's going to be. It's going to be that very quickly, man. I don't.
That's why you need the googly eyes on the outside, so that people who are watching this will just laugh even more.
But what you'll need is like another screen to see through to like track your screens for you, so you can get like, I don't know, man. Like I want to try. Like if somebody hands me that, like I'd play with one for a weekend, but like I wouldn't. The idea of having to put on a headset. Because I don't know if you people run, if you exercise, or if you go biking. I wear a bandana when I run just to keep sweat. You know, this is my sweatband. That thing gets funky after day 2, dude. And like, imagine having something like this on for a couple hours. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, gotta get the Sani wipes nearby.
Or like, you can pull out the inserts. They did think of that though, man. You can pull them out and wash them. Like, well.
And I do know that like they make the inserts so you can get like, if you wear glasses, you can get prescription ones.
Yeah.
So you can just like have yours and then not have to share it.
And that should come with like a big sticker on it. Be like, prescription, do not steal. No point.
Oh man, no. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I have a really bad prescription. I forgot to take out the lenses. Put on the if you want the OG Virtual Boy experience, that's how you get it.
Just go and put like 4 or 5 Chromebook stickers on it. Yeah, you're like, good. It'll be safe. But nobody would steal it. Nobody knows what it is.
Put an Ouya sticker on it. People just stay the fuck away from it.
See, all right. Here's what I want to do now. I want to get one of these. And I want to talk to the local thrift store. And just have one of these out of box with a price tag on it. Just the headset with a controller with like a rubber band around it. For
duct tape.
Something or string very clearly like tagged up or like whatever this is. For I think $50 would be too much. Unless you just for the average person just walking by, somebody will see it and like, I know exactly what this is. I'm selling this shit on eBay, even though I know it's stolen. But I don't think people would pay $50 for it if they were just walking by and they're like, I don't know.
I don't know. $50 is kind of like on the barrier of, I would pay $50 for a goof. It would have to be a really good goof, but I would pay $50
without really knowing what it is. They were like, it's a VR thing. Like if you saw this and you knew it wasn't this and it looked kind of like that and it was $50 and you had no way of testing.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, like I don't have any idea what's going on here.
If you could identify it on site, you're like, oh, someone manked it up. Yeah.
Like, what is it? It looks like, it looked like one of the Samsung or Apple things. It's probably some, you're thinking like Temu knockoff type thing.
No. Just like the Frickenbacher.
Yeah.
Temu knockoff.
This is our future though, man. Like, 10, 13 more generations when these get down to just the lens. Yeah.
You just gotta pop out your eyes and replace them with AR orbs.
Jordan, I was thinking about this when I was doing laundry yesterday. Okay,
Mr. Bato, yeah,
I was thinking about taking out eyeballs. Would you do it though? But here's the thing: you had they wouldn't do them both at the same time, and it hurt like a motherfucker, and it was like 5-6 months of recovery, itchy eye, calibration. But I would get an infection like yesterday. Like that's completely off the board. At this point, we'd have to worry about infections. They don't exist in this world.
Sure. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. This is my world I'm working with. Make the rules here. Come on, work with
Sure.
it.
Yeah. I mean, for 6 months of pain and I don't know. Having lived in the shitty cyberpunk dystopia, you're like a fucking software update is gonna like brick your eye and you're just not gonna be able to see shit for like 2 months.
All right.
Like I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it. If I had like if I had like extreme macular degeneration in one or both eyes.
Okay,
and,
yeah.
like,
if you had like vision issues, it'd be like, fuck it, let's just roll the dice and see what happens, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think that would be the scenario where I would do that. Yeah.
Yeah, like augmentation, like wetware type stuff like that is the one I added. I was like, fuck, I'm both off at one time, man. Just get it over with. Like, no, you got to deal with that on the right side. Then you got to deal with
then the left side. Yeah.
Yeah. Then you get like all the crazy supervision powers, and I'm like,
and then you're walking through, and then all of a sudden someone's face just becomes like a cartoon smiley face, and you're like, fuck.
There we go. Let's do it. I watched this. Can you imagine like when your eyeballs reboots? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, what's going on? It's like, no, give it a second. I'll come back on.
I had a bit of an experience with that. I had to like tape my eyes shut for like the better part of a month.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, and like it's weird. It's weird because like your brain doesn't parse that you're missing an eye.
Your brain doesn't realize you don't have depth perception.
Yeah. And like it's like and then like everything like over here just kind of doesn't exist anymore. And so like I don't know, it would be something like that where you just kind of like maybe you notice because like some information is missing, but it would be like it's not as strange as like,
oh god, I just thought, what if they could wire it into where there was also like a fail safe to that part of your brain, so like if one eye went down, this other one would just provide stereoscopic.
Oh god, that would fuck you up so bad. Like, yeah, everything is just like shifted 1 inch to the left or something.
It's like But then I'm like, oh man, can you get like the insect
immediately
attachment?
walk into traffic,
just completely melt your fucking brain. It'd be dope as hell. All right. Yeah. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to wrap us up. Short show, but not much to talk about this week. Thanks for hanging out and joining us. If you want to send in some emails, some hate mail, some comments, some suggestions, we had a couple over on YouTube. You can do that always under the Patreon video, patreon.com/Linux Gamecast. Come check out all the awesome shit I'm up to all the other days of the week over on interfacinglinux.com. Like I said, I did a live stream over there and Linux here on Twitch. I'll probably be back Monday or Tuesday with that Orange Pi 6. I have one, which is where we're at right now. I don't know if
is it going to melt through the glass table though?
Is a 100-watt GAN charger going to power it, or will it boot? We'll find out together. We'll find out together. Those are very laid-back studio streams. You know, they're not high
pressure,
high energy. They're not produced. They're like, hey,
well, okay. It's 100 watts worth of energy this time around.
It's 100 watt, dude. I'm in a very fucked up, broken way more pleased about my 100-watt charger than I am.
Are you just gonna start charging stuff off and see how fast it goes?
Motherfucker, I just know what I can get away with having this now. Like this is just like the whatever charger power. You know, it's not even really a charger. I mean, you can charge stuff with it, but I can send a lot of power over a USB-C cable and watch it melt. All right. That's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Let me pull up. Yeah, that's going to do the music. Cue the music. All 199 watts of it. Find us right here on Twitch. 8:38. Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
Something like that. Get in touch with me. I'm on all the social media networks, or just Vin. Hop in the Discord. You can become a Patreon or a Twitch sub. You already got access to it if you know about it. And of course, I got forums over on interfacinglinux.com. Also got a Discord over there that's just open. If you got some tech questions, you're creative, you like doing stuff, you're a technology or art creativity enthusiast,
you want to make some crappy Doctor Who knockoff episodes, yeah,
there you go.
I'm Jordan. There's no augmented reality or virtual reality.
Third eye.
It's just real.
Put an eye in your mouth.
Real, man. Follow the reality. At Frojo at bsky.social or at Frojo at mass.linuxgamecast.com.
Third eye. Would there be an advantage to that? Like,
yeah, you can do the tri-beam.
Well, I mean, outside of that, after we got done with that.
I don't know, man. That's a pretty big advantage. I just be tri-beaming motherfuckers.
I know, listen, I can only keep Cell down there for so fucking long, man. Shit's gonna give. Shut up. That was a good reference. Time for some credits.
Time to turn some circles into squares, man. $500 sunglasses.
That's one of the best quotes from the Mortal Kombat movie, 1995. Go watch it.
Oh, yeah. Man, I hadn't thought about that one in a while. We got to thank our advisors, Art Theron, and our executive producers, Bob Ramp, Scott, Atomic, 1234 drummer, Thatargos, and our little Nikki fans,
Chicago
Eggy,
kicking
Basil,
all that
Empty.
ass, dude. Three-eyed ass.
Third eye blind,
Third eye sea
three-eyed
monsters,
ass.
man. Barrett's Duty, Truggy Mike, and everybody I missed. You fly back too quick. Death Notes.
Death Notes. Yeah.
Like
Sheep
Chad.
Steve, Chris,
Like,
Leonardo, Renee,
damn it, you
Martin,
already got
Chad,
Chris.
Romeo. Yeah.
And get a couple of these like Tim, John, Ethan, Brock, Joanna. I don't think I've said Joanna in a while. Liberally,
Joanna.
Cindy and Shote. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, remember when life gives you lemons, just go, I was looking at these. These are guitar saddles, though, aren't they?
Yes.
They're not too bad, but like $50. Nah.
It's $50 for the entire bridge. But like,
But that's not too bad.
no.
No.
I need two little pieces off of it, but you know, I still
Yeah,
get-
it's bad. Yeah, you're already pissed off about it. Yeah, I get
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Diedify, everyone. See you next week. Have you like called any of the music shops? You got some local,
I
right?
did.
Oh,
I did.
They told you to get fucked too?
Yeah.
Damn. All right, never mind.
That was like my first thing was like
5 dudes.